Hi, my name is Matthew Rohr, developer for the Scorecard Pro, and I want to give you a quick demonstration on how this app works. This scorekeeper provides an easy way to keep track of game scores. Features include player management, game history charts and analytics, loading and saving games, multi and dual player templates, game timers, and more. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's talk about this. So the first thing we need to do before we start scoring any kind of game is manage our players. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this button in the upper right hand corner called Manage Players. Now from here we can create accounts that are going to be used in the game templates when keeping score. You can add up to 15 players and personalize each of those accounts. So let's show you how that works. So you can see here we already got a few accounts added: Matthew, John, Duder, Lady, Jen. We'll go ahead and add another player. Click on the Add New Player and give them a name. So let's just call them Dog. Not the most flattering name, but so this new player's name is Dog. Now I can change this player's icon by clicking on it. When I click on it, it's going to bring up a menu where I can change the color, and then I can also change the picture. I got too many blues already. I'll just do a green. Not that green. Let's do, how about a bluish green? There we go. And we'll go ahead and change the icon to, let's see, snowflake. Gotta be a snowflake. Save it. So there we go. So we can go ahead and go through the rest. You can add in all the different players that are going to be playing in the different games you're going to be doing. Not every one of these players is going to be playing in every one of the templates, but they're there. Let's go ahead and change John's color here so it's a little bit different from everyone else's. Alright, we're good to go. So once we got the player management done, let's talk about setting up an actual game. So I'm going to go back to the menu here, and I'm going to go ahead and click on New Game. Now this is going to bring up some simple settings to set up our game. So let's go ahead and call this game Rock, Paper, and Scissors. And the game template type. So there's two different kind of game templates that you can have with the Scorekeeper. One is a multiplayer listing template, and then the other one is just for 2 players. We'll go ahead and start off with a multiplayer listing template, and then we can go ahead and set up our game here. So how much is a point going to be worth? Let's say it's going to be worth 1 point. Let's keep it simple, and we'll play to 10, and we want the scoreboard to auto sort. Now if we click continue, the next screen here, what we need to do is select who's going to be playing. So let's just say everybody is going to play. So we'll go ahead and select everybody, and we'll scroll down. I know these ads are annoying. I'm going to be releasing an update here soon. It's going to get rid of those ads. So once we start, we are actually in the multiplayer game template, and this is where the real fun begins. So all you have to do is play the game, whatever game you're playing, and just add and subtract scores as needed. So let's go ahead and say John got a point. So I'll click the plus, and you can see it pushes him to the top because the scoreboard is auto sorting. And you just keep going through until someone gets to 10 points. So let's go ahead and do that real quick so you can see what that looks like. And Duder has won with 10 points. Would you like to restart the game? Sure. Let's go ahead and restart. Now, while you're playing the game, you can dynamically add or remove people to the game. And you can do that by clicking on the Who's Playing tab. So let's say Duder has to leave. He has to go home for whatever reason. So they're no longer playing. And Dog just went to sleep, so they're no longer playing. And we can see that the scoreboard dynamically changes for that. Now we can also click on game settings to change the settings mid-game. So let's say, for whatever reason, a point is worth now 5 points. We'll go ahead and restart the game, and we'll play to 25 points. And we'll just let it auto sort. So now every single time I add or remove points, it's worth 5 points. And we play until 25. And we see John wins this game. One of the other cool features of this template right here is the timer. So if you click on timer, it provides a simple count up timer for whatever purpose you deem necessary. And that's the multiplayer template. Now one of the cool things about the scorecard is that it saves the game as you play. So let's say you're in the middle of a game and the phone rings, or you need to minimize this for whatever reason. Everything is saved as you play. So let's go ahead and go back to the menu here. And there we go. So let's say the game minimized for whatever reason and you want to get back to where you were. If you look at the upper right hand part of the screen, there's a little clipboard icon. If you click on that, it's going to load the last game that you were playing right where you left off. So you never have to worry about losing your place. Now, if you want to load a different game, you press the load game button. You can see all the different games we have here. And I'm going to go ahead and load a two-player template that I had set up earlier just to give you an idea of how it works. So we looked at the multiplayer template. This is the two-player template just for 2 players. And you can see I was already mid-game with this one here. And it looks like Matthew may have won. So it's between Matthew and John. And what we have to do is just add and subtract points to help keep score. And that's it. Now, every game that's played, everything that takes place is recorded. And it's recorded to allows us to show all kinds of cool metric data on everything that's been done. So in order to see past history, wins, loss, ratios, you want to select Game Analytics, which is this button in the bottom right-hand corner here. And what this is going to do is it's going to load the charting system, and it's going to start off with overall players, and it's going to start off with game popularity. So we can see that pretty much right now all the games have been played equally. I can change the chart type to most wins. And if I select this here, it says that Matthew has the most wins. He has 6 game wins, followed by John. And we can also look at most losses. John actually has the most game losses as well. Go John. We can also look at individual player metric data as well. So let's look at Matthew's individual players. So you can see that Matthew has a lose rate of 54% and only wins 46% of the time. Not good, Matthew. We can look at played games by date, games won or lost by date as well. So really cool metric information for everybody that plays. And poor dog has lost every game that they have played. And that's the Scorecard Pro in a nutshell.